I was hoping we could get to know each other.
Of course. I am available to answer any questions.
So you're an open book, huh? You don't find it hard opening up to people?
I enjoy satisfying the curiosity of my friends.
That's very generous of you.
You do not share yourself?
I do. But there are some things that need to be kept close to the chest.
May I ask you a question now?
By all means.
Your powers are unlike anything I have ever seen. It is incredible. Was it difficult honing them?
You flatter me. I've learned to control my powers, just like our colleagues in the Abbey. While my abilities are impressive, they can be strenuous.
How so?
Apologies, Hunter. That is something I'd like to keep to myself.
We are still establishing boundaries. There is no need to tell me right away.
Thank you for respecting them. Answers will come in due time.
Lucky for us, I'm not going anywhere.
I sure hope not, prophecy killer. I think that's enough for now. Your patience will be rewarded, Hunter. Just not today.
How's it going, boss? I'll make something great out of this. Sometimes, I even impress myself.
Oh, and I was just about to binge watch this.
Need a pick-me-up?
Peace. Ready to work? I think we've got something. Later.
Can't talk long, Hunter. About to transcribe a 4-hour interview.
Is this about your investigation into the new breed vampires?
Yeah. Get this. I talked to a member of the Varney clan.
Really? The Varney line is ancient, older even than Dracula himself.
Exactly. So as you can imagine, the interview was full of juicy details.
I love a scoop. What is the craziest thing you heard?
Here's one. A number of farmers around Cleveland, Ohio have reported that something is preying on their livestock. Rumor is, it's a vampiric cow.
Eddie, seriously?
Hey, I know how it sounds, but I saw the photos.
I hope you have something better than vampiric livestock.
Well, here's the real kicker. Originally, I thought Dracula had abandoned his experiments on this new breed because he saw them as inferior, but that might not be the case.
What do you mean?
The vampire I spoke with, who will go nameless due to journalistic integrity, told me that this new breed of vampires have a corrupted or even non-existent soul.
And?
And? Don't you see? You can't kill someone who doesn't have a soul. Dracula planned to raise an unkillable army.
I do not understand.
Come on, Hunter. Hey, do rocks have souls? No, and you can't kill a rock.
Even if that made sense, how do you explain the vampires we have already killed?
They're all the defective vampires. Dracula is still trying to perfect the recipe.
Something does not add up for me. I think you might have to do a little more investigating.
Don't worry, once I sink my teeth into something, I don't let go till I've chewed through the whole thing and digested it fully, and then I'm ready for another bite of information. How did I lose this analogy? But trust me, I'm not done with this story.
I think Dalia might be hiding with the Morlocks.
The Morlocks?
Mutants who live in the tunnels beneath the city, and who stay away from the X-Men. There's a homeless encampment by an entrance to the Morlock tunnels. Vampires have attacked it 3 times this week.
That cannot be a coincidence. Do you think the vampires are hunting this child?
I don't know. The city's most vulnerable population is being erased, mutants and humans alike, disappearing from shelters, off the streets.
The vampires go after anyone the world would not miss.
Or even notice.
Until now.
It's never good to keep things bottled up. Save everyone you can, and keep your eyes open for Dalia.
I am looking.
Me too. I just don't like what I see.
We have the upper hand, for now.
First it was the children. Now it's the city's unhoused population. These depraved creatures have no shame.
They do not seem to feel anything at all. Only their hunger drives them.
And yet they're still on the trail of Dalia, with these people caught in their wake.
Then you're in the right place. At the very least, you can deny the vampires their next meal.
You were too weak for this fight.
Let's try this.
Now that was something.
got this one. Doesn't this happen to you like every day?
Your mother abandons you.
You chose this path. Now you must follow it. You were dead!
Looks like they have help. Even in a city as renowned as
The lack of empathy is not unique to this city, or this time. Society often turns its back on those who are different.
And those with unusual abilities are even more likely to be shunned.
Yes, we've all felt it in one way or another. Maybe it doesn't have to be that way for Dalia. Look to the sky!
Good one. Here we go.
They cannot possibly match your strength. We are being watched.
Let them watch. Give them no cause to fear us.
Shh, it's all right. You'll be as good as new.
Dalia?
Aurora? What are you doing here?
I tried to find you at the orphanage, but
But what?
it seemed you were in distress. I wanted to help.
I'm not the one who needs help. Look around you. I can do more here than wearing a fancy yellow suit. The Morlocks took me in. They just welcomed me into their family. But now someone is trying to tear our family apart.
I am so sorry.
No, you're not. You say you're all about protecting mutants, but it's only the ones who live in that mansion. You don't even see people like us.
That's not true.
What happened here?
We were attacked by creatures. We don't know what they are or what they want. Most of us fled after the last attack. Some are too wounded to move. I just need more time to heal them.
What can we do?
You really want to help? Stop those things from killing my family.
If these vampires are truly stockpiling victims, there is something much greater at work here.
As if their torment of these people was not enough.
It is never enough. There always seems to be a darker purpose waiting to reveal itself.
At least it keeps us busy.
This one's for you.
There is no escape.
Do you justice.
You are too weak for this fight. Let us take them down together.
Not everyone can keep up. You chose this path. Now you must follow it.
More of them are joining the fight. These Morlocks, they live here, beneath the city? Why have I not seen them before?
These sewers have been home to all kinds.
They've survived by avoiding unnecessary attention. And much like their counterparts on the surface, many people...
I had expected better.
Your journey is over.
I'm sure the Morlocks will be grateful, in their own quiet way.
Dalia! It's over. You're safe.
Thank you, Aurora. And the rest of you. We're not used to people looking out for us.
Is there anything else we can do?
No, we'll be all right. I've healed the others. We'll move where they can't find us.
Dalia, you don't have to be alone. The X-Men would welcome you.
Thanks, but I'm not alone. And I can't abandon my family for yours.
All right. And if you ever need me...
You'll be the first we call.
Goddess be with you. All of you.
Hunter, I have a favor to ask.
What do you need?
Storm seems... off. I haven't seen her like this before. Can you speak with her?
Of course, but why me?
You both know what it means to lead. She sees you as a peer, whereas I will always be her student. You may be able to reach her in a way I cannot.
All right. I will seek her out.
You can grab a coffee and pet a cat in the same shop. It's pretty great. You were right about the Abbey being special. It's beautiful out here.
I like to come here when I am feeling down.
Subtlety is not your strong suit. You want to ask about Dalia, yes?
Dalia believes you only care about the X-Men who choose to join. Her words hurt you.
Not exactly, but they've left me to wonder. And the act of self-reflection is often uncomfortable.
I do not follow.
Her comment has caused me to think about how I treat my students. I don't think I choose favorites, but what if I do without realizing it? Regardless, I'm relieved to see her safe and happy with her found family. I'll keep worrying about her until the vampires are taken care of.
I relate. The Midnight Suns are my family, and I share the same concerns over their safety.
That almost sounds silly, worrying about people with powers. But I appreciate your words. It feels good to know I am not alone.
I think the fear is natural. Having abilities puts targets on our backs.
That is a good point.
Just because we are strong does not mean we are invincible.
Where were you when I was a teenager? That's what leadership is. Knowing when to step in and when to respect boundaries.
How do you know?
They'll straight up tell you. Or you'll just feel it.
Sounds complicated.
It gets easier with time. Thank you for coming to check on me, Hunter. Leaders often have to take these burdens on by themselves.
I am not a leader.
Oh, please. I call it like I see it. Feeling a bit clumsy, are we? Is there anything else?
How did you meet Dalia?
I learned of her through the X-Men. Once mutants hit a certain age, their powers manifest. I went to offer Dalia a place at Xavier's school, but she turned me away.
Was that the only time you approached her?
No. The second time I tried, the orphanage told me she had run away. I'm thankful she found companionship among the Morlocks.
I have never heard of a Morlock before.
Morlocks are mutants who are visually distinct. I'm hesitant to call them different, but they avoid the X-Men.
Different?
Some Morlocks may have a gelatinous body, while others have horns growing from their head. Again, visually distinct.
Do you think the vampires are after Dalia or the Morlocks?
It's hard to say. I do not know what they would want with either of them.
Dalia and the Morlocks are both mutants. Maybe the answer lies there.
It's possible there's a connection there. I'd rather destroy the vampires before we find out for certain.
No, that was all.
Of course.
How did it go? Is she all right?
We talked. I think I was able to lift her spirits.
That is a relief.
It is sweet that you care for her.
Yes, yes. My heart of ice can melt on occasion. You must have slipped.
Dalia sounds like a...
Anything else on your mind?
What can you tell me about the Morlocks?
I know mostly what you do. They're mutants who live beneath the streets of New York. I read through their shield file. For the most part, they're harmless.
Why does S.H.I.E.L.D. have a file on harmless mutants?
Groups of unknown mutants who live off the grid is a thorny subject in this country. I don't like it either, but until that changes, S.H.I.E.L.D. will keep tabs on them.
Thanks, Carol.
Sure thing.
Good to see you getting all buddy-buddy with Storm.
How did you know I was just with her?
I can, smell her on you.
Are you very familiar with her scent?
We were close.
Let me guess. You will not elaborate.
Nope.
What do you know about the Morlocks?
Morlocks aren't bad, you know.
Well, who says they are?
Well, society, mostly. Just because they can't pass as normal doesn't mean they deserve to be living in the sewers.
Could they join the X-Men?
They could. But the Morlocks don't trust us. Can't blame them. They don't trust anyone.
I can't believe they were forced to hide in the sewers.
Give me a sec. Okay. Sometimes, I even impress myself.
I never expected I'd be here.
Peace.
I'm sure you've heard the expression, getting a second wind, Hunter?
Second wind? Is it related to your powers?
No, but good guess. It's when you're able to continue doing something difficult after you've been tired.
Sounds very useful. What will you do with this new energy?
I'm going to keep tabs on Dalia and the Morlocks. Make sure nothing else happens to them.
Is that what she wants?
She wants me to keep my distance, but I can look out for friends from afar.
You have called yourself a leader many times.
I've been in the position where I needed to make decisions for a team.
I'm sure you have made many tough calls.
I do what I can with the information I have. The same could be said of you.
You are right. Knowing what the right thing to do is tricky.
I always go with my gut.
Has it ever been wrong?
Oh, yes. But it's not the end of the world. Maybe in the case of your mother it is, but special circumstances.
Have you ever made a mistake?
Who hasn't? Nobody is perfect. I've made my fair share of mistakes, and have done my best to learn from them. Does it always work? No. I am curious to hear how you handle failure.
Failure is inevitable. I like to acknowledge my wrongs and then take actions to make sure it does not happen again.
The important thing is not making the same mistake twice.
Yes, or else nothing has been learned.
I find that a nice relaxing drink also helps to take the sting away. Give yourself some credit, Hunter. You're doing just fine. I had a fantastic time. Well done. I enjoy giving the birds an extra gust under their wings. Dr. Strange is fascinating.
Time's wasting, Hunter. Not everyone wants my advice, but they're gonna get it either way. All right, then.
Maybe you can give them a lesson they won't forget.
I don't see any problem with that. I call to the elements!
I am impressed. No mercy to the servants! You were too weak for this fight. Ready up! Now that was something.
Enjoy your nap.
How invigorating. I can feel her corruption spreading.
I will deliver you from her grasp. The elements have blessed me. I will.
Your mother abandons you.
You have earned this! Look to the skies!
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
This is what you came for!
They cannot possibly match your strength.
I doubt they'll take that beating to heart, but we can always hope.
I try not to treat every outing like it's my last.
Nothing like taking in the New York skyline after driving Hydra back into hiding.
So, baseball. I have some questions.
Shoot, what the...
In a world with midnight suns and Avengers, why do people shower these athletes with adulation?
Well, that's a complicated question. To be clear, I'm uncomfortable with hero worship of any kind, super or otherwise.
I understand.
But for people who can't fly or catch a fly ball, I'd say it's similar because it comes down to hope.
Hope that they could hit a ball with a stick?
Or hit Hydra with a shield. Both seem attainable to them, with a lot of hard work and a little bit of luck.
Do you think they see a better version of themselves in these athletes? In us?
That's how I saw it when I was a scrawny kid in Brooklyn. That was fun.